So now we're going to use the 2-point formula to write the equation of a line when we don't have the slope. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is read our problem. That says in 2010, the cost of college tuition was $15,000 a year. In 2019, the college tuition was $23,000 a year. Let X represent 0 for the year 2000. So the first thing it wants us to do is write an equation that can be used to predict the college tuition for any year. And then part B, we're going to use that equation to predict the cost for the year 2025. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is figure out what our ordered pairs are. So first we have 2010 and 15,000. Now if we let 0 represent 2,000, then we would have 10 and 15,000 as our first ordered pair. Okay, now our second ordered pair, we're going to use our other information. So here we have 2019 and we have 23,000. These are our other numbers. Now if we say 2019 is 19 more than 2,000, so we're going to have 19 and 23,000 as our second ordered pair. Okay, now we're going to use that and we're going to figure out what our slope is. So here we're going to put our 19 over our 10 and our 23 over our 15. Now remember, we've got to take these away. So in this case, these were both positive, so we're going to change them to negatives. So now we're going to say 23,000 take away 15,000 and 19 take away 10. So 23,000 take away 15,000 is 8,000 and 19 take away 10 is 9. Now we're going to use that and we're going to put our y over our x so that it's in slope form. So we have 8,000 over 9. And when we divide that to reduce it, we find out that our slope is $888.89. Okay, so that was our rate of change for our slope. Now we're going to use our slope and we're going to use one of these points to figure out what our b is, what our y-intercept is. Okay, so when we do that, we have y equals mx plus b. So we put everything in here. We've got our slope, which is $888.99, and we times that by our x coordinate, which was 10, and then our y coordinate, which was 15,000. So we want to make sure you put that in there right. And now we're going to simplify this. So here on this part, we just said $888.99 times 10, which just gives us $8,888.90. Okay, and then we're going to go down here on this part and we're going to cancel this out so that we have nothing left here. So in order to cancel this was a positive $8,888.90. So we're going to take away $8,888.90. Now whatever we do over here, we're going to do over on the other side. So we cancel this out. So we're going to take this away. That's going to give us 0. So now that's gone. And all we have left is our b on one side, and then we have our subtraction part over here. So we have 15,000 take away $8,888.90, and that leaves us with $6,111.10. So that gives us our b. So now we take our y-intercept, we'll write it up here. So now we have our information. So we have our slope as $888.89 and our y-intercept as $6,111.10. Now we can use that information to write our equation. So here with y equals mx plus b, we put our slope in here. So we have y equals $888.89 x plus $6,111.10. Okay, Now, we're going to use this information to solve the second part of our problem, which said to predict the college tuition for 2025. Okay, so we're going to take figure out what our X was. So in this 2025, if we take that from 2000, that means it's 25 years. So our X is going to be 25. So we're going to use our equation here and we're going to put our X in place of it. Okay, so we have $888.89 times 25 plus $6,111.10. And if you put this into your calculator, you find that the Y is $28,333.35. So, college tuition for the year 2025 is $28,333.35. So, this is how you would do a problem when you're working a word problem, when you're trying to find the equation of a line and you only have the points. Okay, so first use your information here to figure out what your points are. So in this case, we have our ordered pairs, we used our numbers here to write our first ordered pairs. Then we take those ordered pairs and we put the second over top of the first and subtract them. Then we're gonna write our second number over top of our first again, and this will be giving us our slope. So once we reduce this gives us our actual slope, which was $888.89. Okay, then on this part, go back, use our slope, and use one of our points to put in the X and the Y. And then you're just going to do a normal, just plain algebraic problem where you're going to solve until you get a variable on one side and a number on the other. So we solve for B, then we take our slope and our Y and put that into our equation. Okay, that solves part A. And then for part B, where we're wanting to use that information to figure out what it would be for 2025, we figure out our X, which 2025 is 25 years more. So we put the 25 in, times it, and add the flat phi, which was our y-intercept, and we figure out what